Hey, hey, hey! I hope you're having a fabulous Friday. It's your favorite remote work enthusiast, Delilah. And if you are a healthcare lover, you are gonna love today's hot leads because I have 5 companies that are currently hiring. And when I tell you these leads are flying off the shelves, I mean it. As I'm recording this right now, some of the leads that I pulled have closed on me in a matter of minutes. Okay, so go ahead, drop what you're doing, pay attention, get your application in if you like these leads. And with that stated, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so the first hot lead comes from a company called Elevance Health. I've shared them multiple times on my channel, and if you were watching my shorts this week, you saw me post this company. Now, if you're not familiar with Elevance Health, they are a huge company, 10,000 plus employees, and they have really good reviews on their Glassdoor. And I love when a company has all this information for us to check out. So look at their Glassdoor to see if they're a good fit for you. Now, the lead that I shared in my shorts is the same lead, okay? And y'all have been applying, and I want you guys to, know about this lead in case you didn't see the short. And they are hiring in a number of states for their referral specialist position. Pause the screen and see if your state is listed. And some of the ones that are normally left out, like California and New York, are definitely in the number. So they are hiring in your state most likely. Now, just to hit the highlights, because I don't want this video to be too long, this is for their referral specialist 1 position, and they let us know the 3 possible shifts: Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., or Tuesday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And those are all in Central Standard Time. So you just want to make sure that if you're not in the Central Standard Time zone, that schedule works for you. Now, as far as pay goes, it ranges from $16.19 to $29.15. And that's real good considering you don't need a lot of experience. You just need a high school diploma or GED and at least 1 year of experience in a high volume customer service or call center environment. That is it. Now, what you're going to be doing as a referral 1 specialist is you're going to be responsible for providing support to a clinical team in order to facilitate the administrative components of clinical referrals. So a lot of paperwork type stuff going on, and you're going to initiate and manage clinical referrals for pre-authorization, review referrals for completeness. You will need to be okay with responding to inbound calls so that you can get those things processed, okay? But this is a great one. And if you're looking to get into healthcare, then I would definitely get my application in ASAP. And you can do so using the remote resume builder software. You can create unlimited resumes and cover letters from scratch. Or if you're like me and you want to take a little shortcut to get where you're trying to go, you can use one of our templates. And we have over $1,800 worth of resume and cover letter templates in here. So for this referral specialist position, I would actually look toward the prior authorization resume template, because if you look at the lead, you're going to be handling prior authorization. So they say pre-authorization. Sometimes we'll see it written that way. So it's the same thing. And that's the one that I would use for sure. So you have the prior authorization resume template, and then you also have the prior authorization cover letter template. And that would be perfect for this application. And you can try out the software for 7 days for just $1, and you'll get access to the full templates library. You can make unlimited resumes and cover letters and download them, and you get to see if it works for you. So definitely get your application in for this hot lead, and you can use those templates. Now moving on to the second hot lead. The second hot lead comes from a company called Radiology Partners, and this is not the first or the second or maybe even the third time that I've shared them. I've shared this company multiple times, and if you want to check out their Glassdoor, they are also a very large company, and they have 5,001 to 10,000 employees, and this is also another California-based company. So for y'all who are in California who love to say, I don't think anybody hires in California, California. There are plenty of companies that hire in California. There are plenty of companies based out of California, and we just saw two. So jumping on into the hot lead, Radiology Partners is currently hiring for an accounts receivable representative. And I looked on the lead, they didn't have the pay, and then I had to search their Glassdoor, and they also didn't have the pay listed. So I had to find some comparable positions to get a range for what this role would likely pay. And the two comparable positions that I saw are the patient account representative position and then the account payable position. And both of those were very close in salary, $42,000 per year, $43,000 per year. So my guesstimate for this role would be somewhere between $21 and $21.50 per hour, because that's what $42,000 and $43,000 per year breaks down to. So that looks pretty accurate in my opinion from other accounts receivable positions that I have seen. Now, this is a full-time position and it is available US-wide. And again, just hitting the highlights, it says Radiology Partners is seeking a patient account representative who will focus on reviewing remittance advice forms to verify proper reimbursement to make adjustments as necessary, processing and follow up for third-party collections, verifying that records for patients include all information required for third-party reimbursement, handling billing and collections, denials and appeals, and checking claim status, processing billing and follow-up, consult with claims processors at third-party payer companies regarding disputes, denied claims, and follow up on all bills not processed within allowed claim periods. And so to qualify for this role, it says high school or GED preferred, 3 years of physician billing and collections experience required, in-depth knowledge of Medicare, Medicaid, commercial payer reimbursement policies and procedures, excellent communication and problem-solving skills, ability to work in a collaborative team environment, ability to be well-organized, detail-oriented in a fast-paced environment, ability to think critically and identify the global impact across the revenue cycle with a solution-oriented approach. So that is the lead, y'all. And if you want to apply, there is a template for this one as well. Okay, we have an accounts receivable template. And here it is. So we have the accounts receivable resume template, and then we also have the accounts receivable cover letter template. This one was included in our last drop off just a week and a half or so ago. So this is a fresh, hot template, and you can get your application in for that hot lead using it. Now let's move on to the third lead. Moving on to the third hot lead, it comes from a company called WorkCare, and I have shared this company multiple times. I have noticed that they often have a scheduling position that will come available. It's not often, I should say. It happens maybe every couple of months, but they currently have a temp position for an operations business coordinator. So I didn't see that scheduling role, but this one is for a coordinator role, and it's a 4-month temp position. It's Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And I wanted to include this one because when I did that temp jobs video some months ago, you guys came out and said, I like temp jobs, Delilah. So anytime I can share a good temp job, I will. Now this lead, if we scroll down, it tells us that it is going to pay $20 per hour. So that's not bad at all. And again, hitting the highlights, it lets us know that the operations business coordinator will work with finance, provider network, and customer success managers to ensure fiscal responsibility. They will facilitate meetings to review resolution to provider and client issues related to invoicing and pricing. The operations business analyst will be an integral part of cost containment and expansion of the provider network. This is a temporary position anticipated to last approximately 4 months. There is potential for this position to become permanent depending on business need. So if you did not catch that temp video, I'll make it pop up here. When a company hires for temp, you want to think of it as this is it. This is what I'm going to be doing for how long. But sometimes they will hire you for a permanent position and they let us know that there is potential for that. So you could do this temp starting off, but then it becomes a full-time permanent role. So that's awesome. And I talk more about that in the video. Now, as far as qualifications go, you need a high school diploma or general education, a GED, and then 3 to 5 years of experience in the healthcare field or in a related area, occupational health experience, or contract negotiation preferred, experience in client-facing settings. And then you just need to be very organized, okay? Like if I could sum it up, be very organized and great at communicating. Those are the two main things when it comes to being an administrative coordinator. So you'll see the title, a coordinator, an administrative coordinator, an operations business coordinator. You're doing administrative and support work. That's what you're doing. And yes, there is a template for this one. We have an administrative coordinator resume template, and then we also have the administrative coordinator cover letter template. So you guys have templates to start off with. It's easy to just make it your own, and you can get your application in quickly, which I highly recommend. So let's move on to company number 4. So company number 4 is a company called WPS Health Solutions. And I have shared this company not too long ago. I think it was last month. Now, if you're not familiar with WPS Health Solutions, they are also a large company, 1,001 to 5,000 employees, good reviews. And we see that they are an insurance company. They're also in healthcare. So they're a healthcare company that has a niche in insurance. And they also offer some other things too. And this company is still hiring for their call center position. They are currently hiring in, I believe it's 21 or 22 states. You would just want to look over here and make sure your state is listed. They're hiring for their military benefits specialist call center role. And this role pays $18 per hour. And you can see that on the lead down here. They are also going to provide you with equipment, and they let you know it's remote and all necessary equipment will be provided. I love how they just call it out big and bold like that. So this is great for folks who might not have their home office set up yet. And I love the fact that they give you the start date. It's December 11th. And a lot of times when companies give you the start date, they're kind of saying in so many words, we're not playing about this hiring. We need people. We have a set start date. So go ahead and get your application in because, interviews and all that's happening right now. So I love that. And the gist of this job, hitting the highlights here, you're going to assist in their call center. So it says the successful candidate will play a critical role in providing phone support to military members, retirees, and dependents eligible for both TRICARE and Medicare benefits. In addition, this role is responsible for assisting with claims and billing inquiries from hospitals and clinics. So TRICARE is a type of insurance that people in the military have. And then we know Medicare, okay? Medicare is also to help you get health care and services. So to qualify, you just need to be a U.S. citizen, and you need to have your high school diploma or equivalent and 1 or more years of customer service experience working with health insurance, medical claims, and or in a call center environment. So even if you've never been in the healthcare field, if you've ever worked in a call center type environment, you would be eligible. And so these are the nice to haves down here, but we just need to make sure that we meet the minimum qualifications. And I'll point out that they have late and overnight shifts. So you not only have the option for that, you will also earn more because shift differentials mean they're going to pay you a little bit more for handling those other shifts, those overnight hours. So if you're looking for an overnight job, I would get my application in ASAP. And yes, there is a template. When you hit that apply now button, you'll want to apply with one of the templates. I think the healthcare call center template is a great template for this. And you also have the healthcare call center cover letter template to go with it. Now you could use the customer service templates. That would also work, but I'm trying to give you guys the template that is closest to these jobs. So I think the healthcare call center template is best. So let's move on to the 5th and final lead. Now, last but certainly not least, the 5th hot lead comes from a new to this channel company called Family Care Center Behavioral Health Services. And you can check them out on their Glassdoor. They have 501 to 1,000 employees, and they have great reviews. Not a ton on their Glassdoor, but it looks like from what I've found about this company, people do enjoy working there. So this looks pretty accurate. Now, the hot lead that they have that I'm going to share is for their TMS patient intake coordinator position. position. And you're going to be scheduling appointments. You're going to be doing prior authorization. You're going to be doing a little bit of everything when it comes to getting patients information, making sure they're set up for appointments, and all of that. Now, I will let you know that there was a lead that was very similar to this that closed on me. So I was very happy to see that they are hiring for something so similar. But don't play around, y'all, because you'll refresh the page and it'll be gone. Now, they are hiring for this lead in a limited number of locations. You just want to make sure that your state is listed. They have Colorado, Alabama, Arizona, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Nebraska, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia listed. They do say United States, but it was kind of vague if they were just putting that there or if this is available US wide. So you can always apply, especially if a company is vague, but it's looking like it might just be in the states listed. And this lead pays $20 to $22 per hour. So the other one closed on me, it paid a couple dollars less. So I guess this is a good thing. I can show you guys more money. And they are looking for people who have a high school diploma. It's not necessary to have an associate's degree. You just need 1 year of customer service or call center experience. If you've ever worked as a TMS intake specialist, that's nice, but you don't have to have it. If you have medical terminology, medical insurance, or medical billing knowledge, that's preferred but not required. And you need to have Microsoft Office. So the only things you need to show up with for this role are high school diploma, 1 year of call center or customer service experience, and you need to know Microsoft Office. And as far as what you're going to be doing in this position, it says you're going to play an integral role in assessing the referring provider and patient's needs, accurately documenting patient information, and appropriately scheduling appointments with providers based on intake assessments and provider matrix. So, like I said, getting patient information, getting them scheduled, and making sure they are good to get treated. So if you like this hot lead and you want to get your application in, the apply button is at the top right, and you can use the templates, okay? We have an intake specialist template. This was part of our most recent template drop off about a week and a half ago, and we have the corresponding cover letter to go with it. Now, you could also use the appointment scheduling template. That would also be another good one because you're going to be doing appointments. You could use that, and we also have the corresponding cover letter to go with it. So you guys have options, okay? And if you are interested in the software, go ahead and get your $1 try before you buy trial, and you will see how it's a game changer. And those are the 5 hot healthcare leads that I have for y'all today. Go ahead and get your application using the templates in the remote resume builder software. And remember, you can get full access for 7 days for just $1. And if you decide to keep the software, it's only $37 per month. And I'm telling y'all, you can't find anyone anywhere giving you 1 resume and 1 cover letter for just $37, let alone having access to a templates library with over $1,800 worth of templates, plus the ability to make unlimited resumes and cover letters, whether using the templates or from scratch. And the software does all the heavy lifting for you. So you don't ever need to use Google Drive or Microsoft Office. Everything is done within the software. It's not just templates. You're actually creating the resumes and the cover letters in here. And you can see what the final product looks like. These are ATS optimized resumes and cover letters. You're just responsible for answering the questions. The software puts it where it needs to go, formats it for you. And those are the tedious things that making resumes and cover letters take a while. You don't have to think about that part. And the software saves all of your work. So if you're ever away from your own personal computer, as long as you have access to the internet, you can download your resumes and cover letters. You just need internet and a computer, and you can use this cloud-based software wherever you go. So as soon as you sign up, you're going to get an email with your login, and you're going to have access to your own private dashboard, and you can be up and running within a few minutes of signing up. And then the second email that you'll get is your login for my Teachable School, where the tutorials live. So in case you need to know how to use the software, I have quick video tutorials teaching you how. And then the third email is a link to our support desk, so you can keep it handy. We are in the support desk every single day. I pay a team to be in the support desk ask every single day to help y'all. So when I tell you we take care of our customers, I don't play about that. I make sure that you're taken care of. Any questions you have about the software, your billing and subscription, we are there, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours and oftentimes within just a couple of hours. So go ahead and get your $1 trial. You'll see why everyone is loving the remote resume builder software and how it's easy to get in more applications. And last but certainly not least, check out my mega list of jobs on my website, remoteworklife.co. Every time we find a new company, we add it here. And there are 549 companies and counting. All the companies that I share on my channel, they end up here on the mega list. And we put the direct link to these companies' careers pages so you can apply safely and securely through the company. That's a major tip, okay? I'm always giving you guys this tip, but I can't give it enough. Applying directly through the company cuts down on a lot of the malarkey. So you're not talking to a scammer, you're talking directly to who you think you're talking to when you apply through the company. And we have their direct links. So you can check out what they have. And they're always adding new jobs on their job boards. So go ahead and check them out. And then last but certainly not least, check out my Amazon storefront. If you are on a budget, this is perfect because we don't want to break the bank, okay? We want to make some money. And if you need a computer, I know that that's what we need to have in order for us to work. There are lots of packages on Amazon with computers that will work for 99% of companies that are priced under $200. You want the dual monitor hookup? Here you go. $183 and some change. Okay, $184 when we round up. If you want a single monitor hookup, they have it for $129. Everything you see here, 19-inch monitor, a CPU tower that runs Windows 10 Pro, and a wired keyboard and mouse. If you already have a monitor, you could get this hookup for just $114. So there's lots of options out here, y'all. And I encourage you to check out my Amazon storefront. You don't have to get your equipment here, but there's a lot of options that will work and won't break the bank. And then of course, check out the mega list of jobs and make sure you get your application in using the remote resume builder software. We have all the templates you need. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everyone has a safe and blessed weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.